Hello, and welcome to Organ Miniatures, a weekly video series aimed at demystifying the organ. I am your host, Rob Hlebinsky. Let's begin. Over the last several weeks, we've been looking at how everything works on the organ from the organist's perspective at the console. This week, we're going to take a different view of how everything works, and we're going to take a look at the organ from the inside. In my first video, which you can find a link to in the description, we got to see the fan that supplies all the air to the organ. However, the air does not go directly from that fan into the pipes. In order for the organ to be able to play any note on demand, air must be stored under pressure in large reservoirs called windchests. Every organ has several windchests that are located throughout the chambers. These windchests are kept at different pressures to be able to handle the demands of different types and sizes of pipes. Right behind me is one such windchest. When the organ is turned on, this reservoir will fill with air and you will be able to see it rise as it does. From there, air goes directly into some pipes and is also sent along into smaller reservoirs or windchests, such as the one above me. Inside these windchests are all the mechanical parts that allow the pipes to speak. Now, normally we're not able to see how this works, but today we're in luck. This organ was built by Austin Organs, and they designed their windchests so that most of the pipes on the instrument play off of one reservoir that we are actually able to go into. So, let's head in there now. So here we are inside the main windchest. This room stores all the air for most of the pipes on two different divisions. As we look up to the ceiling, we can see tons of complicated-looking, interconnected parts, and above the ceiling are all the pipes. When the organ is turned on, this room will fill with air to a preset pressure. It'll take it just a moment to reach that pressure, and in the meantime I'll probably have to pop my ears several times. Once pressurized, everything in this room will function properly, and the pipes will be able to sound. I should note at this point that this organ uses what is known as electro-pneumatic action, which basically means that the console controls everything here through a series of electric relays and pneumatic switches. The other common type of action is known as tracker action, but that's a topic for another day. The first thing we will look at is what actually allows the pipes to sound. As we look to the ceiling, we can see many small round metal discs. The top of these discs are lined with leather, which forms a seal that prevents air from going into the pipes when they are closed. When the stops are pulled on and the notes are played, these discs are pulled down and allows the air to flow into the pipes. Next, we'll look at how the keys connect to the pipes. Along this wall over here, near the top, are a series of pneumatic switches that run the entire length of the windchest. When the notes are played, these switches move the wooden slats that are attached to them back and forth as the notes are played and released. This is what allows the notes to sound. Now, you'll notice that while these notes are playing, we don't hear any sound. That's because no stops are pulled on. If we move over here to this wall, we can see another series of pneumatic switches. These control the stops. Now, as each of the stops are pulled on, these metal rods that are up at the top will move up into position and will activate all the pipes for each given stop. Now, as we come back over here, when the notes are played this time, you will be able to see the discs moving and hear the notes. So now you know how the pipes are able to play the notes. Next week, we'll take a look at some of the problems that arise with this instrument. In the meantime, if you have any questions about anything you've seen here today, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I will do my best to answer each question. Also, I am still looking for topics for future videos, so if you have anything you'd like to see, please let me know. See you next week.